we go. There we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had to. Sorry, I went to a burlesque show last night and I got really, really inspired. But hello, everyone. Hello, my lovelies. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to another episode of Someday Night Lights, where we tease, tantalize, titillate, and, for lack of better terms, talk about the real shit. Here on, and here we are on WDDS, the dirtiest station in the world. I am your hostess with the most ish this evening, Dreddy Lamar. And I'll fucking do it again. Yuck. And joining me this evening is the alluring, the audacious, and she who knows what she said, Millie Ray.
Hello, Internet.
So, getting started here, I like to do kind of like a monthly theme, and our theme for this month is different strokes. Yeah, as we know, we have, the brush stroke, the back stroke, the front stroke, the hair stroke, something about the umox, I believe, is how what they call it. Yeah, the Ferengi.
I have no idea.
Star Trek.
Oh.
Yeah.
So nerdy.
Nerdy stuff.
So nerdy.
Sorry, actually.
Oh.
But diving deeper and harder and faster into different strokes. That's not my updated one. I kind of want to get into the down and dirty of it, involving a couple different topics here. I just had the wrong form up. So, that's not what I was looking for either. But basically, we want to try and, so we've got a couple different, okay. All right, there we go. Found it. So, what did I just do?
Oh my god.
I have no idea what I just did. I don't know how to operate technology anymore, guys. It's game over. It's time for me to retire to the boomer home. So, okay. Getting into different strokes. I do have to say for a fact, when you get the right stroke, it is awesome. I gotta say, it's I'm just gonna go into myself here for a minute, but it's been kind of cool having the same partner for over a decade. Love you, babe, but fuck, we've known each other for far too long. Because you spend enough time with the same person, obviously you get to know them pretty well, and you learn what turns them on, what immediately turns them off, and how to just finish the deed. So it's kind of cool that we're at that age where where the mood strikes us. It's kind of getting a little less and less often with work and stress and the world just sucking, but and blowing. But knowing that once the mood strikes us, if we want to take our time, we can totally take our time. Or if we just want to get to the point and get it over with, but still be satisfied, we know exactly what's going on. So that's kind of one nice thing about it. Other than just being comfortable with someone at least for that freaking long. But it's wild. But we did get the angle right finally.
Oh, good.
We were doing it this was a couple weeks ago actually, and I kept forgetting to bring it up. But it was just it was just really nice and really perfect. And let's just say that stain might be there forever.
No.
That stain that wet spot that's no longer wet might just be a stain there forever. And I'm not mad about it. I'm pretty proud of that one actually.
You should be.
Yeah, I'll say. But getting I say diving deeper and harder and faster into the different strokes. What really, and it's still, we're in 2022 now, but still we're in a society, I guess, where the norm, still like the stereotypical normal relationship is viewed as, heterosexual and monogamous. And really it's the basically, and that's kind of what we've been fed to believe since what, the 50s, with the American dream nuclear family, or I don't know, it's, probably went before that, honestly.
Way before. Probably since the beginning of time.
uh no, because I mean, you get to like the Greeks and stuff, and they were like, let's fuck everybody right now,
Right.
until we vomit and then come back.
Oh, that's true. They did have the vomitorium.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I wonder if that was probably a real fun one to clean up.
I feel like I've been to a few vomitoriums.
Yeah, no,
in my life.
I lived in one. I say everybody's had that party house that, everybody comes over and they get too fucked up every time. I lived there for a couple years. We did what we had to, and better people for it. But yeah, that was fun. So yeah, heterosexual monogamous relationships, and still kind of on the whole thing of saying that there's only two genders. When at the very least this entire time we've always known that there's at the very least three. But so yeah, getting into that, obviously I'm, I know I covered this last week, but I'm obviously cisgender woman. Probably not obviously, but cisgender woman, and it took me a bit of thinking to actually come to that. So I don't want I don't want to ask how did that come about, because obviously you were like, what I got wasn't right.
Oh. So you're asking me, how did I discover?
So is it yeah, I mean, I say feel free to just kind of tell us what
Well, I don't know. It started probably when I was but a wee little squirt. I never really felt right being who I was, and I took it all the way to middle school, and like there I was like I had these questions about myself, and so I decided I'm gonna be this alpha male person. And so I played football. I was having tons of sex for no good reason, and it never felt right. And so I just kept living my life as this basically sex crazed idiot boy man. And then I turned about 25, and I was so depressed, and I even went to a therapist and everything. And one day I just got home, and my wife at the time actually was like, we need to figure out what's wrong with you. And we just started talking about possibilities, and then it just clicked, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a girl. And I started crying, and it was like this big jubilant feeling, just to finally figure out not what was wrong with me, but like, I guess what was wrong with me.
what was off, what was different, what was not not quite in the right spot. So, fuck yeah, that's a win.
I'll tell you, it's not in the right spot. It's not supposed to do this.
I'll say it's an innie.
It's supposed to be. Sometimes it feels like it is.
I say I imagine it gets cold enough. I mean, shit. Sometimes, sometimes as a cis woman, a fab, having all those parts already. Sometimes that clitoris can get so stiff, and it can actually feel like a dick sometimes, which is
intrigue.
Which is understandable because it is technically an under-evolved penis.
Well, it's still 10 centimeters long. It's just inside of you.
Exactly.
So it's pretty big.
Yeah. Say sex ed time for this was actually something I had to go to a pure romance party to find out.
Oh.
But yeah, so we start at the top here, with the little some people call it the man in the boat, the button, the devil's doorbell, the actual head of the problem that we're getting to, the clitoris. So it starts here at the head, with the nice little ball of nerves, but then it does actually extend all the way down, and then about I was told up to like an inch or two into the vagina. I guess it depends on just how much length and girth you were born with, or were going to be born with.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's thanks public school system for making me have to find that out on my own at 17 and at 18.
Well, at least you didn't go to Catholic school and they didn't call it a no-no button or a sin cannon or whatever.
A sin cannon.
A sin cannon. I think that's what they should call penises, a sin cannon.
A sin cannon. I'm into that. I mean, because sin is really the best.
Sin is the best.
Yeah, like it feels pretty great. I can never get enough sleep though. It's my favorite one.
So what I didn't get to catch the podcast last week. You said that you were like questioning your gender. Tell me about that. I want to hear.
Yeah, so I realize now I was also had a lot of internalized misogyny in those days. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of led to some of it, but yeah, I think I realized it a bit in high school and, kind of went with it for a while after that, that I was really on the fence about whether or not I wanted to go for a full-on sex change and be a male. And that was a question for a long time, honestly. I kept making the jokes about going over to, was it Sweden, who would do it for free with, like, if you were a citizen, or Switzerland, or one of those. It started with an SW. That's all I remember. I feel really bad about that. But, it was just, it was sometimes I'd have dreams where I had a dick and it felt awesome. I was like, is this actually like what I was supposed to have? Is this would I feel better about myself? Because obviously I was, definitely depressed and all that good shit. Hormones just made me horny and sad.
That they tend to do that.
They're the fucking worst sometimes, but they also are what really makes life fun, I guess. Because technically, like all the major emotions are stimulated from some kind of hormone.
Yeah, that's actually correct.
Yeah, it's just all the puberty hormones. They can get fucked sometimes.
Well, if you transition, you can go through it again.
Yeah, that's even better.
It's so much better.
Yeah, so at least you won't have the bleeding. In theory.
No, I just have to shove something. I'll just have to shove something up my new vagina for a month, and like, just like shoving things in open wounds because that's attractive.
Oh yeah, just gotta keep it keep working at it until it
well,
stays.
We simulate it like I'm putting like a whole fist up there. That's later.
I mean, I say we got all kinds of options. we do have a slew of options. We can start small and work our way up. Oh, I love this place. Yeah, that sounds like a fun process. So, do they do they like provide suggestions, or do they provide like a like a medical device?
It's basically like it's almost, think of it like a box full of like medical dildos, and they have different sizes, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay.
And it's basically so it doesn't like close up on you.
Right. So you don't end up with an angry inch like
Right.
Hedwig.
or you look like a Barbie doll under there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then again, some people are into that. That was actually the total sidebar. That was one of the characters in a fun little kind of a not really a slasher, but horror-ish gore flick called American Mary.
I've not heard of this.
She basically did like black market plastic surgery,
Oh,
and one of her clients in that movie wanted to be a Barbie doll, like a real life Barbie doll. So she already had the face, she already had the boobs and the rest of the body, and she just needed her to cover up her genitals.
oh.
So I'm not sure if she like covered them up or if she just sewed it up or how exactly she went about it, but yeah, that's apparently a thing that some people are into.
Well, I don't know if I'm into that. I'm just wondering, like, a situation like with like Repo, the genetic.
Oh man, yeah.
Like if I got a sex change, like, would they just like reach and be like, nah?
Oh my god. Yo, Terrence, if you're listening by any chance, let us know. I don't think he's listening though, and that's okay. Oh god, that would be hilarious. And it'd be so American too.
It would
It'd
be.
be so American. Just be like, oh yeah, you missed one payment on your vagina. We gotta take it back.
But now you can be the Barbie doll.
I say, yeah, now you get to be a Barbie doll for free plus debt.
Oh, hooray!
Yeah.
I already got that. You don't need that.
Yeah, no, that is a that is definitely a I don't know where I was going with that thought.
You have thoughts?
I sometimes do, I guess.
I don't remember the last thought I had.
I don't remember it either. But good news. I say I actually have some thoughts here. I say thankfully we are still broadcasting here from WDDS here on. I say we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, all the other top social media platforms. But WDDS, World's Dirtiest Station. I'm a big fan. I mean, I'm actually a huge fan.
Huge.
A huge fan.
Huge fan.
Huge fan.
Huge. I was just like, did you see? There's an episode of an anime called One Piece.
I haven't. So that's one I haven't actually gotten into.
Well, don't, because you'll spend your life. But so there's this character there, and like they all have different powers, and the powers of one is like they like stab you with their fingernails, and it changes your gender. And like I wish it existed.
Right? Like the was that the hot springs in Ranma?
Ranma 1/2?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But they were in China. That was the thing.
They were in China, and it only it only worked until Steam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because then it was it cold water he'd go to a girl, and then hot water he'd go back to a boy.
Yeah.
So he was still always a boy. So that's that was the thing. But yeah, like why isn't it instantaneous at this point? Like, well, actually, I know why.
because it's very experimental, and actually,
Mostly because Dark Ages.
that too. But but when it comes to like the surgeries and the hormones from male to female are way worse, but the surgery is very good.
Mm-hmm.
But the hormones from female to male are fantastic, but they don't really have a good option for surgery.
No, I would assume probably not outside of like, a like completely attaching, a totally fake one, which,
They kind of do.
well, yeah, I would assume maybe something like that, but then like, trying to work any kind of nerves into it or anything like that.
A collar?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what's going on there. But did we have a caller?
I think you just hung up on the collar.
I would say that wasn't me. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, no, I imagine like trying to work out like the nerves and stuff is probably still the hard part.
Well, their options are they can they can install like the fake one, and then what you have to do is you have to like squeeze the ball to pump up the dick to get an erection, or they take like skin grafts off of like their arm and build a penis.
Oh yeah,
that way.
they can actually pull from here and give you an actual like penis from your weenus.
Penis from your weenus. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal it from you, but it was.
But no, that's really funny.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember reading that somewhere. But no, I'm glad that you mentioned that again because that makes me happy.
Which you can actually watch both of the surgeries performed on YouTube.
That's right. Because I saw. I think I started watching the. I think I started watching the male to female surgery.
Yeah, isn't it interesting?
It was a lot of a lot of incision, peel it back, incision, peel it back.
And the viewers at home, when you're done watching all your WDDS videos on YouTube, you can watch it too.
Yeah. Thanks for that one, YouTube. Next, and we'll follow that one up with Miracle of Life.
I mean, it could be a show. Get a sex change operation on WDDS.
Right. Say, do we have a surgeon in the house?
They do, but not one that's board certified or trained.
See, I think I got a good idea. I've looked at enough of them. I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it.
I'm Dr. Pepper. Sorry, that's one I've seen a couple people with that shirt on lately. It just says, trust me, I'm a doctor. I enjoy it. I get a good chortle out of it. It's a good knee slapper.
A knee slapper.
Yeah. So let's say I think we're still here. Yeah, let's say we're
blinking.
That's okay. Let's say that's just us down here. We're having a little strobe show over here, but it's okay because you don't have to stare at it.
Oh, that's true.
Let's see here. Okay. Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. No.
What are you?
I do want this.
I want that too.
So so those fake ones, that's like the ones that they use for like the Fudanari videos, right?
Probably.
I think that's the same thing. I'll say if you're say if you're not familiar, Fudanari specifically refers to dick girls. So they're very much like female women still. Female women. As opposed to not female.
Basically, they have vaginas and something grows to create the thing, right?
No, I think with like I think it depends on the lore. I think the lore can vary.
Oh, then am I
on the origin? Yeah. Because well, with like they do have live action ones. And with those, a lot of a lot of the women just come pre-equipped with a dick. So it's just it's tits and dick.
So it's just trans women.
It's just yeah.
Okay.
It's trans women, but not all trans women, because everybody makes their own choice on what parts they want.
Right, just the pretty ones, right?
I mean, personally, it's a bit of a turn on for me. I'm just saying.
Well, hello.
But yeah, so these cis women who go and do this porn, they have like these like dick attachments that I don't know if they either strap on or if they or if they do like the strapless where it inserts to hang on.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a few of them, and they range from normal size to insane fetish size.
Oh no.
And I think there's a switch or something on the balls, like the bottom of the balls or something, that they just when they get to a certain point in the video, they just tap that and it just goes and it squirts and covers everybody. Because I swear to God, they just hook it up to a hose and just say, "Let her rip."
You've seen like the fake cum shot videos where they're just like ginormous bulls. It's got to be at least like 4 liters of this fake semen.
Oh yeah, and then then you also get the guys, the people who do like they do the saline injections.
Really?
And actually just spray all over the place.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a fun one to get into. If you're into like large testes, or a guy that just is just a fountain.
I'd rather they get into me, but.
Right, yeah. It's always a good spot to be in, I'd say.
How do we go from the emotions of being trans to futanari to spraying semen everywhere?
You're us. That's how we do this.
That's true.
Years of experience. But hey, it's what we do here. Well, with all of you lovely people watching live here on WDDS, the world's dirtiest station. And we're trying to keep it that way, damn it.
Dirty.
Daddy boy, daddy. We're doing our best to live stream right this very now, and I would say our best is working out quite well. We're live streaming here on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitch, on Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So thank you for watching us.
Thank you.
WDDS Detroit's Double D's. Which is definitely what the bra size is, but they're not there anymore.
So this is.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And they're homegrown. Beautiful. Homegrown, yes. Homegrown. At home.
At home.
I love it. Not to disparage anyone who decides to add to artificially. I actually met a lovely lady last night who has a glorious pair of tits that she purchased herself. And, yeah, glorious. Perfect shape, perfect size, perfect, kind of perfect everything. She said that they were a little messed up. I thought that they were wonderful. Well, and she decorated them nicely as well.
I am never opposed to anybody showing me their breasts, fake or real.
Facts. Absolute facts.
So if you find me, you can flash me.
Mm-hmm.
You have my consent.
Trust her. She's an EMT.
I've seen a lot of body parts.
Yep. Say a lot of strangers' body parts. A lot of strangers' body parts in strange places.
Yeah, that too.
Did you see? Speaking of that, did you see that there's a new? I think it's a new TLC show. I think it's called Stuck.
Stuck.
Yeah.
I'm only thinking of one thing, and I hope that's what it is.
Things, foreign objects being put into foreign orifices.
Close.
Yeah, not nodding.
Not naughty, but
not nodding. Which I don't think guys can actually. Well,
What is nodding?
so okay. I've explored a lot more fetishes than I'm actually into. I've explored more fetishes than what I'm actually into. So for a brief period, it was taking a glance at um, I hate to say it because it's not good, but it's I guess it was consensual to an extent because the dog seemed to like it,
Oh
at least
no.
in the context in which this fictional story was provided. But it was dog fan fiction, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
Oh.
Um, and so nodding is when you know I guess it would be any male animal really. Gets into the woman and their balls actually get stuck in there because of where they are in their genitalia.
Oh no.
They can actually like get into the vagina and they can actually like get stuck. So that's not something that typically happens with humans, but I suppose if you were into the idea of like I don't know, I guess depending on how heavy how long your balls stretch, you might be able to I don't know like strap it up and
No. Speaking of being an EMT and getting stuck in vaginas,
yeah.
I got a call. We got a call one time, and the dispatch information came in, and it was described man stuck inside of woman. Just vague. I had no idea what that meant. So we get on the scene. She's on her back with her legs wide open,
Uh-huh.
and he's on top. And apparently, he's stuck. It won't let go. Apparently, if she has an orgasm and there's a pocket of air, it can create a really strong vacuum.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That
And-
makes sense.
And so we had to transport them to the hospital. Her on the bottom, him on top with a blanket over them.
So they just try to give him some kind of a cover on the way out.
Yeah, she basically. And she's got her face covered like this.
Oh yeah, she's like oh my god, what?
And
the
he
fuck?
looks at my EMT partner, and this was in West Virginia, so it sounded just like this. He's just like, yeah, buddy. At least I got that pussy so good it wouldn't let go. Shut up! Shut up! Like, hey, it don't want to let go.
Oh my god.
That's as bad as a catfish on a dog turd, that is. So that was exciting. So it doesn't typically happen in humans, but I was fortunate enough to have seen it.
Yeah, okay. So that does also bring us around to another good point, another good fact. Yeah, say if air gets trapped in there,
Try it at home.
yeah. Worst case, you might have to take a trip in the ambulance.
Or if you get a paramedic unit, they'll just give you some muscle relaxer and you'll just release.
I can see that doing that. 'Cause I do wonder like how they would go about that. Other than I'd say that would work. Because obviously you don't need to like cut into anything or anything like that, and
No, just a little Ativan, but
because I
better.
would assume like at that point they had already attempted like some lube or something.
they couldn't really move.
But okay, that would make sense. That's pretty wild. So, I hope that got on. Sex Sent Me to the ER.
I really hope it did. They should ask me to come play the
That'd be
EMT
awesome.
on the scene.
It'd be awesome. Like if they could track you down, be like, hey, so our story got on the show.
That'd be amazing. I'd play
Say,
it
"We're
for
here."
everybody.
We're here. If you happen to be watching, we're here.
We're here. If you've ever been stuck inside of a woman, or if you've had something stuck inside you, give us a call. We're listening.
We are listening. We're into it. I mean, we're gonna shit. Even if we weren't into it, we're gonna listen either way.
Right? Like what you said, nodding is like that. You've heard of sounding?
Yes, yes,
Oh
I have
my
heard of
God.
sounding,
Oh my God.
but we're gonna get into it, and
Yeah.
which is actually really appropriate for this thing because I feel like I'm sounding every time I put the straw in.
I can't imagine it being pleasant.
It's from what I understand, it's more for like people who are into submission. I don't remember doing that, but okay. There we go.
But you did that.
I did that. Yeah, it's from what I understand, it's more like a dom sub thing, and it's more for just like yeah, more for just dominance over them more than anything.
Really?
Obviously, it's gonna hurt a bit, but you know, when you're in that position and you're into that kind of thing, you're into the pain as well. I can only assume that, or you're willing to put up with it until you're into it. It's funny that actually brings up that's actually kind of one of my well, it's not so much a fear anymore because now I have a prescription for those, but kind of one of the, I guess, worst things in my opinion that could happen to me is I get stuck with a catheter. Like I have to constantly have a catheter. Like the idea of shoving something up my piss hole is Apparently this might be the cringy episode. Because man, yeah, no, I after dealing with enough UTIs in my life, one UTI is enough. But after dealing with UTIs in my life, the idea of shoving something in there is no. You're gonna have to give me drugs for that.
I could.
So you want to give me some lidocaine or Novocaine, preferably, just something to take that whole area out. Yep. Yep. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna do my best to keep up with my Kegels, keep up with my water drinking, and make sure I don't put myself in a position where I need a catheter. And piss after every time you have sex, at least. Every time you have penetrative sex. Okay, really, anytime you do. Personally, I feel like anytime you do any kind of business down there, you should take a piss to clean it out.
Probably.
If it's, obviously if you're not like overdoing it on if you don't have to like force it to piss it out. It's like, yeah, it like even personally, I find like even just masturbating, I have no issues with lubrication, so I make a mess no matter what.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, I should just,
Good for you.
Right, yeah.
Good for you. Good for Matt, too.
It's never been a problem, unless I was too inebriated. If I was too drunk, then I'd dry up.
That makes sense, actually.
Getting dehydrated, yeah. Yeah, so fun stuff, all the TMI time. Hey, that's what you're here for. But yeah, I'm personally a big fan of pissing after an orgasm, or, if we end up squirting, there's going to be a little bit of pee in there.
Yeah, it's a little pee.
Just a little pee.
I just think of the South Park episode. Just a little pee. Just swim in the pee.
Just swim in the pee.
Just swim in the pee. Everybody do it.
Everybody do it. Just swim in the pee.
Just swim in the pee.
And then there was just all the pee.
All the pee.
It doesn't keep me from going to public pools, but it definitely makes me a little.
Yeah, it makes me not drink the water anymore.
Oh, that chlorine though. That chlorine adds a really nice
the chlorine's good for you though.
Yes.
It's not toxic at all. Drink it all.
It's like bleach.
Hey kids, you want to clean out your system? Just drink some bleach.
That was wasn't so much Face Bones. That was more Nathan and Murderface, I think.
Yeah.
That was just like something to the extent of we are mostly water. Bleach is mostly water. Therefore, we are mostly bleach.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
All right, Murderface, you first.
Oh.
Why do I gotta go first? Now not the time to complain, Murderface. Now it's the time to shine.
Oh, you're pickles.
Oh my god, I love pickles so much. I don't have I can't do 30 I can't do 16ths, let alone 30 seconds, but I can at least be I can at least do the Midwest accent
And the hair.
and the hair.
You
I
got
just
that.
have to dye it orange and start losing some of it. Actually, no, I gotta do the comb over. So he had he had like a dreadlock comb over.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
If you have not watched Metalocalypse, you're missing out. That's literally one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh, I love that.
This is actually my only cover up so far. There we go. Which, by the way, my man Kevin at Detroit Grand Tattoo Company did that. Did excellent work. He also did, all of this sleeve and By the way, I'm gonna show you off my fun pull shorts as well. So here's my fun pull shorts. But here's the rest that we're getting to, which is going to be more like this.
Oh, thanks.
And yeah, so that's Kevin McLeod at the Detroit Grand Tattoo Company in Ferndale,
9 in Woodward area.
right on the corner of 9 and Woodward.
Right
in
next
that
to Grasshopper.
yeah, say right like next to upstairs from the Grasshopper. They actually have the whole upstairs now, and it is awesome.
That does sound
They got a throne.
a throne.
Yes. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Absolutely go check them out. I love those guys so much. Oh my goodness, it is already like 1:45.
I know.
I say we're still rocking it out here on live on WDDS, the world's dirtiest station, and you're watching Sunday Night Lights. Turn on your nightlight, baby. I grabbed this because it glows in the dark. So it's technically a turned on nightlight at all times because it never gets flaccid.
Pretty fun down.
I love it. It is pretty turned on, and it is actually the size of my heels. My heels are not bigger than this dick.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's the same size as your dick.
I wish this was the same size as my dick, but then again, my husband would probably he might be into it.
Well, you know.
I don't know if he'd be into something this big though. I understand. I personally like. I get scared when it gets too big.
Indeed.
Yeah. But we are here still on WDDS on Sunday Night Lights on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all our top social media platforms, and some of the bottoms. Let's be fair. Facebook is kind of these days, but we love it anyway. I still spend way too much time on there.
Gotta give love to the bottoms.
Yes, we all gotta give love to the bottoms. Just not that red bottom, not that one. But thank you for watching WDDS, Detroit's Double D's, the dirtiest station in the world. I realized I usually split it up halfway through, but we were having far too much fun talking. But it's time for a good dance break because,
Oh yay!
especially having drank last night, I find that actually like working out and sweating out a hangover is a pretty effective way of managing it. However, it also helps that I only had 2 drinks. So.
All right.
But I didn't. I will say I didn't slap anything new together. So I'm going with the same stuff I put on last week. Hope you liked it. If you didn't check it out, here you go. But we're not belly dancing this time. We're gonna change it up a little bit. So let's close that first.
And y'all be here making no noise and pretending like I don't exist.
Or fuck. Had I thought about it, I would have given you some noise to make.
I mean, that sounds oddly provocative.
I could have gone like some jinglies or something, but yeah.
No, it's okay.
Is that right? We're gonna just do that and hit that, and let's have some fun here. See what we're doing. There we
dress. I wonder why she won't burn. She's just a paper doll, that's all. Just a paper doll. I dress her up, she knocks me down.
I live a life of leisure, a juggle in the ring. I trained to be a barber, 'cause Beelzebub is my name.
Breaking in my eyes. I can't see like this. I can't let go. Please help me down. I can't be like this. Seeing them all around. How can they be so?
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead? You shall see good and evil. You shall see eternal water. You shall see flood of light.
All right.
God is God.
The more we keep moving.
God is God.
Christ is coming. So my, you would too if the sex and the devil caught your eye. She'll suck you dry. Still you cry to be back in her bosom. To try again. She'll make you weep and mourn and cry to be back in her bosom. To try again.
You did it.
Oh, goodness. I gotta do this more often and actually work on my stamina. Oh, I feel better. Oh, but I feel better, and I hope everybody else does too.
Was it good for you? 'Cause it was great for me.
So real quick, I know I didn't say anything before. Do you have one of those snippets?
A reading?
A reading?
I
Do you
have one. I have one, and it's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, I have one.
Yay.
I have to get it.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
But it's perfect
Yes.
because it's about characters written by that transphobe J.K. Rowling.
Oh my God! Yes, that's great. Cause I say we. Oh, my goodness! I got a caller.
Oh, let's say
What's
hi.
going on? I say we got him.
Do we have a caller?
No?
Oh,
I'm
we
not
have a
hearing
caller?
anybody.
Did we think we had a caller?
I don't know. Well, we hit answer. Yeah. See, I'm looking at. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I got someone trying to call and not quite sure what's up. It's all right. We got some reading here in the meantime.
Okay. This is about Harry Potter and Hermione.
I'm in for this because I'm on Deathly Hallows Part 2 again because
Oh.
it's been a while.
I watched them all in one EMS shift.
Nice.
But,
Oh, yeah, they are that long.
Without further ado, he attempted to stick his magic wand in her chamber of secrets and found it to be dry. He knew that this happened when women were nervous, and clearly she was nervous of his sizable Todger, and it had nothing to do with the fact that he hadn't engaged in any kind of meaningful foreplay. He spat on his hand and just kind of attempted to start a fire on her muff by rubbing down there furiously with his moistened palm.
Oh my god.
He slipped himself inside and stared wide-eyed at her, with teeth bared as he thrusted her fallopian tubes. Wait, oh, as he thrusted, this is my first time reading it, sorry.
No, you're doing great.
Her fallopian tubes disengaged from her vulva and wrapped themselves around his cock, hugging it like a sexual sloth.
Oh my god.
Her plentiful
Asexual sloth.
jubilees bounced around as he pounded her, and he noticed with delight that her nipples had now shaped themselves into hearts. He had been going for at least 20 seconds now. She must be close. He knew what time it was. He was gonna give her the magic trigger word that would send her off into space.
Oh my god. Wait, did we not have a magic trigger word?
No.
Oh, they
It
left us
ends
at
right
that.
there.
Oh my god. Okay, we have to make up our own magic trigger word then. Cause that. Oh my god. I need to be launched into space. And I'm not using Leviosas.
Two
to
for
get
free, 2 for 1 margarita. To space!
Oh no, the one that I was going to use earlier today. It's my money and I need it now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here. No, you're right. Let's do it. That's right. It's my money and I need it now. Oh. And that's why I voted yes.
Gandalf. What? Is it just me? Am I the only one?
Oh, Sir Ian McKellen. I would, but he doesn't play for my team.
No.
Makes me sad. And he doesn't play for your team either.
No.
That makes me sad.
But I have a better chance.
Yeah. You do technically have an advantage there.
An advantage. I did, but I got rid of it when I decided to not be male.
Yeah.
Well, when I decided I wasn't male, let's put it that way.
When you realized.
When I enlightened my mind.
Yes, quite.
Yes, indubitably.
Yes, certainly.
Yes.
To be fair.
Well, yeah, you can't invite me on the show again. I'm running out of snippets.
That's okay. I've got. I promise I have folks that I can ask.
You got guests for weeks and years and centuries.
Yes, we do. And I'm always willing. You know, if we got any other folks out there that wanna come hang out with me, definitely hit me up. But thank you so much for coming again and again and again. And thank you all for joining us here tonight on Sunday Night Lights here on WDDS, the world's dirtiest station, Detroit's Double D's. Even